Buddy, once again, it's Skip Clark. We're still in the village of Camillus as we wrapped up the parade just moments ago. But the parade grand marshal has stopped by to say hello and so respected, so much respect. I'm trying to think of the right words. Dr. John Trombetta, a longtime resident of Camillus, Navy commander, 26 years, retired. You got a PhD in communication, a senior adjunct at OCC, recipient of the prestigious SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence. Man, you put out two books. The owner of Executive Communications Training. You still live in the area? Is that
I do.
you
Yes.
do? Wow. So that's good to tell me about your being a Navy commander. Where, what, when?
Well, I started in 1985 and I retired in 2012. And I had a stint of 26 years. And then following that, I was involved with the New York State Naval Militia, which is part of our
Wow.
Defense Force system.
Mhm.
And for the Navy, I was a public affairs officer and did a multitude of things. I mean, we worked with TV networks, radio stations, making speeches, serving the admirals.
I need some help. I need some help. We've been battling the wind here today and trying to make this work. And I think we did a really good job at doing that. But so when it comes to being a Navy commander, were you commanding a ship at all, or was it an whole other division?
The public affairs office actually works out of CHINFO,
Okay.
which is Chief of Information, and that is an office that takes care of all the public affairs for the United States Navy. So we're not involved directly in combat per se, but
Right.
we project the image of the Navy and we're the voice of the Navy.
Now you've made it a lifelong thing.
Well, it was 26 years. I didn't expect to do that. When I first started, my wife said, "You're going to do what?" And I said, "I'm going to join the reserves." What resulted from that is that active duty. I went on active duty for a while
Uh-huh.
with the USS Blue Ridge
Oh, wow.
in the Pacific.
Okay. Is that a battleship? What was the USS Blue Ridge?
It's a
Not, I don't
command
mean to
ship.
sound like, but I really don't know.
Oh no. It's a command ship.
Okay.
On board the ship was the admiral, Seventh Fleet Admiral, who is responsible for really all the naval ships and bases from
Wow.
Hawaii, going all the way over to the east coast of Africa, and all the way down to the Antarctic, some 54,000 square miles.
Holy cow. Holy cow. Lived right on board and traveled the
Yes.
world.
Yes, I did travel the world.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what they say. If you join the Navy, you travel the world.
In my case, it was absolutely true, Skip.
Yeah. Now, why the Navy?
Well, that's a great question. My dad was in the Army. He served in World War II in the South Pacific and then in the Pacific. All my uncles served in the Army. They were all World War II veterans, one of which was in the March of Bataan. Another was in Normandy during the invasion. So they were all typically in the Army. One uncle who I was very close to was in the Navy. And he would show up at the house after duty at times in that uniform, and that sold me, Skip.
Well, I will say the uniforms are pretty sharp. So, yeah. Well, thank you for what you have done, what you continue to do. I know your town here, Camillus, they respect you to the highest standards. You're
Thank
very
you.
well known and being the parade grand marshal. I mean, just what an opportunity just to be here and take part of the opening ceremonies. Do they still do something down at the old school?
Well, we used to have
I
the
know years
ceremony
ago
at the,
they did.
yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
We used to have a ceremony down at the senior citizens area down there. There's
Mhm, mhm,
a center down there, and we thought it better that we do it before the parade. So thus,
I
you
gotcha.
see a short ceremony prior to the beginning of the parade.
Gotcha. Dr. John Trombetta, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for doing again what you have done and you continue to do. Even though you are retired, you're still doing it. You still represent us very well, and I know your community loves you. So thank you for being here.
It was my honor, and really, truly my honor, to represent all those fallen heroes who gave so much to this country. It was my pleasure
Yes.
and certainly my honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Skip.